Cindy Sherman is an artist who uses photography. She's a conceptual photographer, we would say. So it doesn't get caught up in the kind of technicalities of photography, but it's really about using photography to tell a story and create an image. And the works are very much about the way that identity is constructed, but also the way that imagery is constructed. And so both things run throughout the exhibition. What's so interesting about Cindy's practice is that while the images are always her, they're not about her. For her, they're characters. And I mean, she talks about painting the character onto her face with the makeup, and she does all the makeup and the costumes herself. And it's really just her alone in the studio with a mirror. So I think what's interesting in this latest body of work is that Cindy's referencing a very particular time in cinema history when women were the highest paid in Hollywood. So Greta Garbo was the highest paid actor, and the roles that women played were very complex. They were about moving through social class, which was quite a radical idea. They were having affairs, losing lovers, and so there were such complex characters. And then in 1934 there was this code brought in by Hollywood studios and the government which quashed these types of women, and one wonders what sort of cinema we'd be watching now if that hadn't happened.
What we've done is we've thought about some of the ideas, the personas, the characters that Cindy's embodying in this show, and tried to think about the way that these appear in cinema. So there's a lot of fun here. It mines from the history of genre cinema, and there are lots of very camp classics and really kind of irreverent horror films.
Because she returned in 2000 as the model in her work, she returned as an older woman. So there's very much discussions about aging and the representation of women as they age throughout this exhibition. And there's a lot of empathy as well as a critical eye, I think, and that's what draws you into Cindy's work, because she's not overly didactic about how you should read her images. It's very much what the viewer brings, what the viewer's ideas of class and beauty and aspiration are. That everyone knows one of these people. I mean, often people point out and name someone that they know, or we are those characters. I mean, it's all about the detail, the joy and kind of moments of humour all in the detail. And that was the same with working with her on an exhibition. She was very involved about where works were placed, lots of discussions about sightlines back through. That's a really important thing about this particular exhibition, and the way we've designed it is so that while you leave one body of work, there's always views back to it, and all of a sudden you're reading different series against one another, and that was really key for the artist. And of course the central installation of the murals, that she had this wonderful idea to do them in this curved room, almost like Monet's water lilies, and you really feel like these giant 5-metre tall women are towering above you, but you're also enclosed in this sort of bizarre space because you can't quite read the space because the walls are curved and the image is doubled. So yeah, it was really great to work with someone who has such a great eye, and of course she knows her work so well.